At first, you may think that the list of traits that make a man or woman unattractive is endless, like a scroll that goes on forever. The truth, though, is that many unattractive traits can be boiled down to more fundamental traits. Take a look at the ones identified below, and you will quickly see how these traits are broad and yet define the essence of what turns you off. Remember, attractiveness is subjective, and these traits might not be universally agreed upon, but they are commonly mentioned as being unappealing. So, let's get started. Trait number 1, arrogance. In the beginning, an arrogant individual can look attractive and confident. He acts like he has it all figured out, or she acts supremely confident and never shows signs of insecurity or vulnerability. If you have ever dated someone who is arrogant, you know how quickly this trait morphs from attractive to downright ugly. Arrogance is such an unattractive trait because it means that the individual focuses mostly on themselves and doesn't have a lot of time or empathy for others. Trait number 2, disorganization. If you happen to be someone who is messy or disorganized, you might not consider disorganization in another person to be an unappealing quality. However, the truth is that two disorganized individuals cannot successfully maintain a happy and productive long-term relationship. When both partners are disorganized, it significantly impacts their home life. The living space becomes unclean, locating items becomes a constant struggle, bills may be overlooked, and weekly chores are neglected. If you begin dating someone and discover that their car or home is consistently chaotic, it is important to seriously reflect on what this signifies. The level of disorder in one's surroundings often mirrors the level of mental clutter they experience. Therefore, individuals who are disorganized tend to have scattered thoughts. Disorganization may initially seem like a minor concern, particularly when you're in your 20s and spend a significant amount of time away from home. However, in the context of long-term relationships, disorganization ultimately leads to significant frustration. Trait number 3, unreliability. An individual plagued by unreliability often displays tardiness, frequently alters or cancels plans at the last minute, lacks organization, and readily reneges on commitments. Establishing a healthy, enduring relationship with an unreliable person is simply impossible. When someone consistently fails to follow through on their commitments or changes plans frequently, it creates uncertainty and anxiety for the other person involved. Unreliability demonstrates a disregard for the impact of one's actions on others. It reflects a lack of consideration and empathy towards the feelings and needs of those who depend on them. This self-centered behavior can be frustrating and hurtful, leading to resentment and strained connections. Overall, unreliability is unattractive because it undermines trust, demonstrates a lack of consideration and empathy, showcases a lack of personal accountability, and disrupts the stability and harmony of relationships. Trait number 4, unwillingness to listen. Most men and women who don't listen well to their dates do so because of their extreme focus on themselves. When you're on a date, each person should be asking the other questions about their life and listening fully to the answers. As soon as you sniff out a pattern that he or she may not be as interested in what you have to say when you talk about yourself, play it safe and look for someone else. If you get serious with someone, there are going to be tough times down the road when you are going to need someone to listen, comfort, and take care of you. Trait number 5, being jealous and controlling. A jealous person gets jealous out of a fear that you will leave them, so they use controlling behaviors to make sure that you stay. Being jealous and controlling is not only unattractive, it can also be dangerous if the controlling behaviors become emotionally or physically abusive. The safest way to handle someone you meet who seems jealous early on is to walk away altogether as soon as possible. You can't rescue someone who is stuck in such primitive, jealous fantasies. That individual needs therapy or a friend to help them heal before they have even the slightest chance of having a happy relationship. And there you have it, the 5 most unattractive traits in men and women. Remember, we all have flaws, but being aware of these traits can help us strive for personal growth and improve our interactions with others. We hope you found this video thought-provoking and insightful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below.